And we are live. There we go. Hey, how are you today, Deanna?
Good. How are you, Shawn?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for taking time out today and joining us here on our new Facebook vidcast and YouTube vidcast here through StreamYard. I really appreciate that. So I wanted to take some time and really introduce, my friends and family to you because you are awesome. We were doing home warranties together before you got back into lending, and you always really fought hard for my clients. I've never really actually thanked you for what you do.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no doubt about it. As a matter of fact, I know that there's a buyer client of ours that actually bought a home that you helped out last year. Hopefully, he'll see this video today. I know he's never seen you before, but the work you did for him on that job in particular was just outstanding. So I actually miss you on the home warranty side. I just want to tell you that.
Well, I'm glad that we have the chance to build our relationship this direction. Um,
Yeah.
I'm really happy to be back into lending and, just try to help people achieve home ownership and be a part of that journey. Like, it's so exciting for me. It's like I'm buying a new home every day.
Right. Yeah, right. Except you get to go to sleep at night. Sometimes.
This is true.
Yep. Tell me this, so for the people that don't know, how long, and I know you just got back in recently, but how long have you been a lender, like combined? How many years?
About it's not just lending. I did everything from lending, what I'm doing now, origination, all the way
Mhm.
to funding at the end, and all in all, probably about 15 years.
About 15 years. Okay, so that's a lot of experience.
Yes,
What,
and
what,
I have a really good team that backs me up that has even more experience. That's what I love.
that's awesome. Tell me this. Everybody right now sees these really low interest rates. When you got started in lending, what were the rates way back then, 15 years ago?
We were about at 6%, and we thought that was good. Five
And
to
that
six.
was good, right?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Right. Yeah. I try to tell people all the time, like, listen, like, even if you get a 3% rate, like, or 3.5%, you still have a stinking low rate.
Yeah.
Like that is not high at all, right?
It's funny though, we were just talking the other day is, we get
Mhm.
these alerts when rates start to creep just a little bit. It
Mhm.
changes all day long. And we were like freaking out because of it hitting 3.25 one day and 3.5.
Right.
Not
Right.
to say it's gonna stay there, but it's funny we freak out over that when it was much higher way before.
Much higher, no doubt about it. So I'm not going to keep you here long today. I brought you on because we were talking on the phone the other day, and I realized that you have this very special program that a lot of folks, some folks know about, others don't know about, and the folks that do know about it have no idea how to actually get into this program. And when I found out that you had it, I mean, it just blew my mind because it was, this little shiny thing that, my God, there's this money out there, but nobody knew how to get it.
Hmm.
Okay. But you do. So, folks, we're talking about the Community Heroes Program, bingo. And this is for Mecklenburg County. I want to confirm that. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. Community Heroes Program for Mecklenburg County, first responders, some essential workers. And Deanna's going to get more into that part. I'm not going to mess this up myself. But, folks, there's a lot of money on the table for those of you that are considered first responders, nurses. Listen, I'm going to shut up and let her tell who's actually eligible for that money, so I don't mess it up. So who's eligible for that money, and how much money is it too, by the way?
So I was very excited when I first realized what they changed this up to. So
Mhm.
it's $22,500.
Mm.
And there's a lot of little fine things in between to make it eligible, and it's going to be client specific. But
Okay.
it's your law enforcement officers, your firefighters, your other first responders, school teachers. Oh my gosh, school teachers need everything.
Mhm.
Healthcare workers, and the best part is the essential workers that they added.
Mhm.
And some of these things I didn't even think about being essential, but they are so much. So a funeral home worker, your county and city solid waste workers, your
Mhm.
shelter workers and counselors, social workers, the grocery store and pharmacy workers.
Mm.
That is huge. Your
Mhm.
daycare workers, the people at daycare, you know, those kind of jobs don't have a lot of pay. So anything to help them get that little extra, I love. And what's even huger, larger, whatever, is your postal service workers. So our postal people that are going up and down the road every day, mail, they qualify.
That's
Your
awesome.
and UPS workers qualify, and then your Amazon warehouse workers qualify. So Amazon has a lot of different people that work in them. They have truck drivers. They have, you have delivery people. Those people don't necessarily work for Amazon.
Okay.
So we want to make sure it's Amazon warehouse workers that
Got it.
to get the potential for this program.
Okay. Okay. Amazon warehouse. Okay. Very good. So, folks, that's a very long list of people that are eligible for this $22,000 in down payment assistance through a Mecklenburg County program, Community Heroes. Now, tell me this, Deanna. How can that money be used? Can it be used? So a lot of folks, you know, we'll get a lot of folks that have really good credit, but they don't have a lot of money saved for whatever reason, you know, especially coming through COVID, hours got cut, et cetera. Can that money be used to be applied towards their, 3% down payment or 3.5% down payment for FHA or conventional?
Yeah, so it would go towards the down payment, the 3.5, and also their closing costs. So in many cases, the clients or borrowers won't have any money due at closing. If so, it's going to be very minimal. I worked out a file this week, and when we got done running numbers, the house that they were looking at still $1,000 at the closing table, which is not bad to get a home at all.
Not bad.
It's not, but the main thing to remember too is like it's a $300,000 purchase price cap.
Okay.
On new or existing homes. And then there's some other programs within the community housing programs through House Charlotte, and there's some other programs within House Charlotte that are for your non-community heroes programs that can help them with $7,500 to $10,000 as well. So there's a little bit out there for everybody. It's just seeing what the right fit is for each individual.
Okay, so I want to recap that real quick. So $22,000. It can be applied towards their down payment and their closing costs. So somebody in a perfect scenario could really end up buying a home with very little money out of pocket if they're eligible for this program, which I think is absolutely amazing. Then you also have access to the other House Charlotte money. Now, I don't know if these can be combined, but even if they're not an essential worker,
correct,
community hero, there's another up to $10,000 or up to $7,500 through House Charlotte as well that can be used.
So the minimum is $7,500.
Okay.
Other House Charlotte program, and then the max on that is $10,000.
Okay.
Just depending on where they fall on the medium income guide.
Okay, got it. Okay, so now the Community Heroes program, can they live anywhere in Mecklenburg County, or they specifically have to stay inside the Charlotte city limits?
For Community Heroes, it's anywhere in Mecklenburg County. For the 20,500, yes.
Oh, okay, got it. But for the other program, I do know they've got to be in the Charlotte city limits with that program.
Correct.
Which makes it tough at sometimes.
Can be. The Community Heroes program really opens up the housing market to a lot of borrowers that utilize the down payment assistance.
That's awesome. Very good. I think it's awesome that you have this program. Again, I've been searching for it, trying to find a lender that has it. I have used it one time in the past with a school teacher last year. She was able to get close to $25,000, and I did actually see she came to closing with very little money out of pocket. I mean, it was shocking to see, and the value now on her home has skyrocketed as well. So, I mean, it's just a really, really good program, really great space to be in. Tell me this: what kind of credit score do they need to qualify with Truloan Mortgage?
Our minimum credit score is 620. That gets them in. If they're closer to a 640, it does help them save on their closing costs as far as interest rate and buying down where they need to be.
Okay.
Have a couple of instances where we had one that was like at 633. We did this little simulator, told them what they needed to do to get over 640. She got yesterday at a 643. So we were able to save her a lot of money on her rate and move forward. And so that meant saving money on closing costs as well.
Oh, that's awesome. So I see a question actually just popped up on the screen here from Tiffany. Can you see that too?
I cannot. Wait a minute.
Okay. Well, you know what? You actually just answered it, actually.
I see. Hi, Tiffany.
Yeah. Hey, Tiffany. Thanks for asking that question. Hopefully you can hear us, Tiffany. You got the answer to that question right there. So if you missed it, a 620 minimum credit score is all you need to apply with Deanna, which I think is freaking awesome, especially with some lenders right now, wanting 640, 660, 680, I've heard 700 in some cases. So you're able to get these folks. Say it again.
I've heard that as well. I get a lot of feedback on things like that, and I've heard that too. Yeah,
absolutely. So again, very minimal credit scores at a 620, up to $300,000 purchase price, up to $22,000 if you're a community hero. So we've got a list of people or essential workers that are qualified for that money that can be applied towards their down payment and closing costs, meaning that they can buy a home with little to no money out of pocket, which is freaking awesome. We've got another question that actually just came in here as well. This is from Miss Calandra Rowland. She says, does the debt to income ratio also apply?
It does. For this program, you have two debt to income ratios. You have your front end and your back end. The back end, the maximum for this program is 45%. Now, that does not say that if you had your own funds and didn't want to use this program, we could potentially still help you, because then we can go up to about 55% debt to income on the back end for your FHA approved loan.
Okay, awesome. And for the people out there that don't know, what goes into that 45%, what are you guys actually looking at? We're looking at car payments, credit cards, rent. What are we looking at when you're calculating that 45% against their income?
That is any debt that is on your credit. So your car payments, your credit cards, student loan debt. And then of course we're estimating in that your house payment with your taxes and insurance, any HOA fees, and any mortgage insurance. So all of that comes into that figure. What's not calculated would be your utility bills, your cell phone bills, your internet, those kind of things. Okay,
got it. Okay, very good. So I have another question came in from Tiffany. You may want to take this one offline because I know it's not specific per se. She says she works for McKesson Medical. Does that qualify for that program? And you correct me if I'm wrong here, Deanna. We probably would need to know, Tiffany, what you actually do for that company in order to determine whether or not you're eligible. Is that right, Deanna?
That's correct.
Okay, fantastic. And Tiffany, what we can do, what I'll do here is I can get you in contact with Deanna once we get off the call, and hopefully she can answer your questions for you and make sure that we can get you approved for this program as well. So, yeah, anything else you want to add, Deanna? I'm actually out of questions. Anything else you want to add there? I mean, you've accomplished this and you've done great. Thank you so much for sharing with us as well. Anything you want to add?
Just that there's a lot of people that are eligible to buy and they don't know that they can. Mm-hmm. You don't know unless you don't try. So I would just take the step and try, and I'm that person that if you're working to get to the point where you can buy, I'm going to stay with you and help you along the way. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to get it for you.
Fantastic. I really appreciate that. One last thing. I know a lot of folks, and I talk to a lot of people. I've certainly been blessed in that way to have a lot of friends that love me and care about me, and I love them back. A lot of times they come to me, though, and they say, hey, Shawn, I've applied for a loan before, and the person that I applied with just told me no. I didn't know why. I didn't know what I needed to do. And, yeah, this was 3 or 4 years ago. I just said, you know what, I'm not going to try again. Do you at least tell them kind of what they need to do, if they apply with you and they can't get approved just yet?
Absolutely. I just had that conversation with a client this morning. I'm
Okay.
working on a path to put together to get them to home ownership.
Okay.
Because I don't want to just say no. Nobody wants to hear that, because it's never a no. It's more of, what do I have to do to get there? So as long as the person's working with me to get there, then I don't see that it's impossible. The time frame might not be what somebody would prefer, but I think everyone is still doable. It's just the work put into it.
It's just a matter of when.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All righty. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much. Praying for you, praying for everybody out there. Yeah, absolutely. Friends, listen, thank you all for joining. Deanne, Bryant, thank you for taking time out of your day. I know you're busy over there today, so thank you so much for taking your time out. Really appreciate it. I kept you longer than that 10 minutes, I promised. We're right at 15 minutes, but awesome information. Hopefully some of these folks will watch this video and blow up your application so they can get that $22,000 in their hands and get on that path to home ownership. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you as well. Folks, y'all have a great day today. I'll talk to y'all soon as well. Shawn Gerald, I'll see you later.